Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the Bears Den, an NFL podcast with the Chicago Bears First Focus. I'm your host, Alex. Here today, going to be doing the Week 16 picks. Really excited. I love making these game picks videos. So, yeah, if you're new here, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. I am growing this channel. Would really, really appreciate your support. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers before the end of 2024. Got a couple weeks left. I'm 10 subscribers away, so I know that we can do it. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Week 15 last week, my first losing week of picks since week 5. I went 7-9. I went for a lot of upsets last week. I thought there were going to be some upsets, and I was wrong. It sucks, but it is what it is. Can't win them all, right? I am now sitting at a record on the year of 134-90. Still pretty solid. Got a nice cushion there between the wins and the losses, but looking to definitely bounce back and have another winning week here this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. As always, I'm using the Playoff Predictors website. I use this to do all my game picks. It tracks all the live records and everything like that. And as always, AFC picks. Let's start it up. AFC West divisional matchup: Broncos on the road in LA. This is a massive game. Both these teams really need it. They are in the wild card picture with the AFC. This is a huge game with big ramifications. I think Denver's going to get this game done on the road. I think they're going to really kind of isolate themselves from the Chargers and really kind of put themselves in a comfortable position to make the playoffs. I just think that the Chargers are struggling a little bit, and I think that as good of a quarterback Justin Herbert is on the field, he struggles to win the big important games, and this is a big important game. And I just think that he's going to struggle to do that again. And I think Bo Nix is going to have the biggest win of his career so far, and Denver's going to get this win on the road. Uh, Houston and Kansas City. I like Kansas City here. Houston has not been that strong this year. Stroud has not won many games. I think he only has one win this season against teams with a winning record. I don't think that's going to change against the Chiefs. It's a big game. Chiefs can, I think, lock up the first seed here. There's a chance for them to lock up the first seed if they win this game and Buffalo loses. So really, really big game. I think Kansas City's going to get this done. We'll see with the Mahomes injury how he's playing, but I think, he's been a full participant all week, so I think he'll be able to play well enough to get this win. Pittsburgh on the road in Baltimore. I like Pittsburgh here. Lamar Jackson is a fantastic quarterback against pretty much every team in the league except for Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Um, I just think big game here. I think this clinches the AFC North for Pittsburgh if they win this. And this is just a huge game. We're really getting into that playoff football, and this is one that's both teams really need. I think the Steelers are going to get it done. They've really kind of had Lamar's number over the past couple of years, and so I just think that Pittsburgh's going to get this one done on the road. Cleveland, Cincinnati, excuse me. I like Cleveland here. I think Cincinnati's playoff dreams will be done this week. They're still somehow in it, but I don't see them making the playoffs. I think Cleveland is one of those teams where it's just you don't know what you're getting each week. But I think this week, I picked them last week. I think this week they're going to be able to win this game and really kind of eliminate Cincinnati. Tennessee and Indy, AFC South matchup. Give me Indy here. This is a big game. Indy really needs this to stay alive in the playoff picture. And Tennessee is just really, really struggling. Just a really terrible season. Might be in the market for a quarterback if they're out on Will Levis. Who knows? But I think Indy will do this here. New England and Buffalo, AFC East matchup. I think Buffalo's going to win this. I mean, Buffalo is playing some of the best football in the league right now, if not the best, coming off a huge win against Detroit in a very high-scoring game. Just one that, a team that is really, really looking good. Josh Allen's playing the best football of his career, and he's not turning the ball over. They look very, very dangerous, and I think they're going to keep this momentum up into the playoffs. Toilet Bowl of the Week, Jacksonville Jags and the Las Vegas Raiders. My apologies if you're a fan of either of these teams. This is a tank off really for the first pick. I think Jacksonville's going to win it and really ruin their chances of getting the first pick. And I think that Vegas will be looking pretty for the draft here. So yeah. Rams Jets. I think the Rams are going to take this one. This is a really big game. This one could go either way. I think this game's going to be close because oddly enough, over the past couple of weeks, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams have actually been playing well together. But I think the Rams are going to win this one. They really need this. They're trying to stay in the lead of the NFC West, and that'll be a big game for them. San Francisco, Miami. I like Miami here. I think San Francisco is going to be eliminated after this game, and Miami is still technically alive. And this game is at home in Miami, which will be beneficial for them. And I just think that big game for both teams, but both teams have struggled against teams, competitive teams this year. I think Miami will get it done. Detroit and the Bears. I'm going to pick the Bears here, actually, believe it or not. As bad as the Bears have looked recently, Jared Goff at Soldier Field is a different level of bad. And without David Montgomery, with a lot of injuries on the defense, this is a very vulnerable Lions team, despite them being 12-2. I think the Bears can win this game. I think that they will. But wouldn't surprise me if the Bears lost. But this is a huge game for Detroit, because if Detroit loses this game, the door is open for Minnesota to not only take the North, but to take the 1 seed as well. So this is a massive game, one that Detroit cannot risk messing around with at all. And we'll see how it goes. But the Bears have a chance to play spoiler here for sure. Giants and the Falcons. I like Atlanta here. Michael Penix getting his first start. I think he's going to come out and have a pretty solid game. What better opponent to come out and get your first NFL start than against the New York Giants, who have been terrible this year. And that's all I got to say about that one. Huge NFC East matchup this week. Philly and Washington. Washington's still alive for the NFC East currently, but I think Philly's going to win this here, and they're going to lock up the division and really put Washington in a stressful, tough spot for the rest of the year. But yeah, I think Philly's going to get it done. They've just number one defense in the league. Saquon Barkley's playing well. Jalen Hurts is playing well. What else isn't there not to like about this team? Arizona and Carolina. I like Carolina here to actually upset Arizona and end their season. I think it ends their season. They might not be eliminated, but it's going to put them in a really, really unfortunate spot. They're going to need help. But Carolina has been playing better, and Bryce Young has been looking pretty solid these last couple weeks. They're a couple plays away from having 6, maybe even 7 wins. So I think they're going to continue the momentum, rising, and I think they're going to beat Arizona. Minnesota, Seattle. This is a massive game for both teams. Not as big for Minnesota as Seattle, because Minnesota is already in the playoffs, but Minnesota wants that NFC North and they want the first seed, and Seattle needs this to get back into the NFC West race. I like Minnesota here to win this game. I think that this one could go either way. If Seattle were to win this, it would not change anything for the Seahawks right now, except for it would put Detroit back in first at the NFC North. But I think Minnesota's going to win this game. It's going to be huge, and it's going to really set up for a wild finish here in the NFC North. Then we have Dallas and Tampa Bay on the road. I like Tampa here to win and really hold a grip on the NFC South. Dallas is done for the year, and I don't think they'll win this game. Baker's been playing very, very well. He's hot right now, and Tampa needs this game, so I think Tampa's going to win. And then finally, Sunday Night Football, I believe, or maybe it's Monday night. It might be Monday night. New Orleans and Green. It is Monday night. It says right there. New Orleans on the road in Green Bay. Give me Green Bay here. New Orleans isn't very good. And that's it. So, if this were to play out this way, the NFC North would be 13-2, 12-3, and 11-4, which would set up for a wild 2 weeks of games. And the Bears would have a chance to play spoiler there. So we'll see how this goes. But those are my pick'ems for the week, and we'll see. As always, I appreciate you guys listening. I will see you in tomorrow's video where I preview the Bears-Lions game. If you're new here, like I said earlier, please hit that subscribe button. Would really, really appreciate it. And it would help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers before the end of 2024. As always, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bear down. Have a good one. Peace.